Alright guys, in this video we are going to talk about the next techniques available in our syllabus on integration, which is integration by parts. Alright, previously we conduct integration on rather a complex function using a substitution method where you need to substitute your functions to u terms. As for integration by part, okay, we are going to actually define a function that you need to solve. You need to integrate into two parts. Okay, one part is u and the other part, one part is u and the other part will be defined as dv. Okay, and later on we are going to find the du dx, a du dx of u, and we're also going to find the integration of dv. So at the end, before we can start integrating the function, we are going to have four additional informations, which is u, v, u prime, v prime. Alright, and then we can use this formula to look for the integration of that functions. Alright, so let's try to do it through exercise 4.14. Okay, integrate x over exponential of x. Okay, as usual we are going to bring the denominator up, right, so that it's easy for us to integrate later. So x times exponent negative x, then define u and dv. Okay, one will be u, the other will be dv. Okay, for this case I put x as my u and exponent negative x as v prime or dv. Okay, by the way, right, u and v prime, it doesn't really always need to be in sequence, u first and then v prime. It can be the other way around, depends, right? Depends on how easy the integration will be if you put x as u and this as v prime and the other way around. So you'll need to play around with it a little bit, right? So for this case, let's just put it like this. And as you can see, we have u as x, v prime as exponent negative x, right? The information left that we need to look at later is u prime, or the differentiation of u. As for this one, we already have v prime, so we need to find v. Okay, so du dx will equal to 1, and v prime, right, from v prime to get v, of course we'll do integration. This is a simple integration, and this is the value of v. Now that we have all of this for information, the next thing to do is to just substitute it in our formula, which is this formula. So uv, with u is x, times with v, which is a negative exponent negative x, minus with the integration of v, which is again negative exponent negative x, du. Where is du? So du is actually available in this information. So du equal to dx. Okay, now after that, just simplify it, and we are going to also conduct this simple integration. All right. So always for indefinite integration where you don't have lower and upper boundary, don't forget to put c, right? C. Okay, just tidy it up a bit, and this is what you get. So this is also considered correct, and this is the version where you just tidy that a bit. Right, this is for the first question, and please take note on how we conduct integration by part. All right, now let's look at the second one. Okay, this is the question. We have x times ln x. Okay, as usual, we'll need to determine what is u and what is v prime. Okay, let us first try to define it like this. U is equal to x and v prime equal to ln x. Right, ln x dx. So, is it easy for us to solve this problem if we put it like this? Alright, we can find du dx, which is 1. What about this one? Can we integrate ln x dx? Yes, possible, but to based on our properties, ln x dx, right? We only have it from if you want to differentiate ln x, we'll get 1 over x. There is actually no simple integration from ln to integrate ln x. Right? So if you want to integrate ln x, you are going to need to actually do integration by parts again. So to make things a little bit easier, why don't we change this? U equal to ln x and v prime equal to x. Let's see what happens. Alright, so far so good. So we have u as our ln x and dv as our x dx. So differentiate u will give us 1 over x, and integrate x dx will give us x squared minus x squared over 2. So the next thing to do is to just substitute it in our formula. Alright. So ln x times with x squared over 2 and integrate x squared over 2 dx over x. So we just multiply this and we just integrate this, right? Just don't forget that. Okay, now we have a constant, pull it out, cancel out the x, will leave us with this, and integrate it, and there you have it, the final answer. Okay, so one thing that I want to emphasize here is that things will not in integration by part. First, I have two things. First, you will have the option of doing integration by substitution and integration by part. When it comes to this, I always prioritize on integration by substitution and only use integration by part when it is not possible to solve it using integration by substitution. That is one thing. The others is on integration by part. Right, if you can look at example number 2 here, 4.15. okay, there is you might need to do things in the process of solving integration by part. You might need to do what can I say, a nested integration, which means that you'll need integrate several times before we can reach to the final answer. Let's try to just do this one so that you can see what does it mean by that. Okay, so we'll define u and dv. So u is x squared, dv is cos to x, right? This is just the same thing. Right, the one that I want to emphasize comes later. So I'm just substituting all of this, right? All of this information into this formula. Okay, now let me just cut this first. Alright, so up to this point we have to substitute uv and v du. As you can see, u is x squared v is sine to s over 2 minus v du. Again, v sine to s over 2 and du, which is 2x dx. Okay, so we able to simplify this into this, but look at this one. After we try to simplify it still end up in having two functions inside it. So we can't really just use a simple integration to find the answer there. We are going to need to do an integration by part again, just for this one. Okay, that's why I said it is nested. Now, basically you need to take another paper or things and do this, put a hole on this answer and do this one first. So I input this right in a new sheet and conduct a new integration by part just for that one. So we have 2x as u sine 2x over 2s dv dx, yeah, and then we find du dx and v. So I'll get this du dx 2 and v is negative cos 2x over 4. Alright, the next thing to do is, as usual, we'll substitute it in our formula. This formula. Okay. Simplify this and this. As you can see now, I have pulled out all of the constant and cancel out so that 2 and 4 here. So this is what it become. Now, before we proceed, the question that we'll need to ask: can we solve this directly? Just using a simple integration without using any technique? Yes, the answer is yes, because we only have one function here, cos 2x. Unlike before, where after we input it in a formula, it still end up with two functions. So for this one, right, it is possibly we can solve it directly. Okay, so just solve it, and this is the answer for this one, right? This answer is for this integration. So the next thing to do is to substitute it back in our original steps, right? And please take note on the symbol so that you don't make a mistake later. Okay, and you expand it, and this is what you get. And of course, don't forget C. So basically, this is what I want to actually emphasize. Right, please make sure that in doing integration by part, if after you substitute this value, right, you'll see that it still end up with more than one functions. Possibly you need to conduct another by part inside it, right, like this. Okay, so that is on by part. Thank you.